Shabaz, welcome to Late to the Party.
Oh, thank you. I thought you said Lady the Party. I was like, oh, I didn't realise that was what the podcast was called. Okay.
Late to the Party.
Yeah, there you go.
No, it just sounded really posh when I said it.
Enunciate.
What did you say when you arrived here? You said, what, in the Upper East Side?
My God. I was walking down the street, right? Woman pushing a pram with a dog in it. And she went, good morning. And I thought, I beg your pardon. What do you mean good morning? I thought she was going to rob me. That's how I'm on alert. I had my phone like this. I'm in London. I had my household gripping onto my phone. I've left my car with things all over, spewed everywhere. I thought, it's fine. I'm in a posh area here. My God.
So did you say good morning back?
No, I was shocked. I just kind of walked off.
I will say, like, when does anybody... No one says good morning to me ever. I say good morning to old people. Whenever I see an older person, I have to honour the old people. I say good morning.
I think she might have seen like a brown person and thought, good morning. Just in case I thought, she probably clutched her pearls as well and thought, good morning. If I say it first, he ain't going to rob me in it. That's
so tell me, are you someone who is late to parties?
Absolutely.
What would you say if you're late to a party? What would your excuse be?
I find, do you know, I don't want to say this because I use these excuses.
I know, this is the thing. I am really like like loads of your friends will be like, fuck you when they hear it.
Anything
what do you say?
And everything. I will say,
What's the craziest excuse you've ever used then?
Oh, my mum fell and broke her arm. So I was helping her. But I still turned up to the party despite her broken arm. So you should appreciate that I'm here. You know what I mean? I was 2 hours late though, innit? So
right, so you need, when you're 2 hours late for something, you need a serious excuse. A broken bone.
Literally, I'm always late to everything. I've got severe issues. And I don't want to be.
I know, me too.
I don't want to be.
I said this to my friend yesterday. I was like, I really, really want to work on it.
Yeah.
Like I really do, because I was really late for something yesterday. And I was driving there. And then I was like, I'm not actually going to be able to drive there. So I had to get out and jump on a tube and leave my car. I had to just park in a random place. And then I was like, this is an illness that I have.
No, I agree. I definitely think it needs to be. I think we should be able to get, personal independence or disability living allowance or something for it, because I'm sorry that I'm telling you, I'm not trying to be malicious.
No,
Some people
I know.
think it's really malicious. I'm telling you, I tried to be here on time. I just am too.
Well, you were like 4 minutes late today. That's really good. That's really good.
That's only because I got up really early and I was like, the man was saying, you got to check out by 10. So I was like, and I kind of did this.
So you were staying in a hotel?
Yeah, I was in Airbnb.
Oh, you were in Airbnb, okay.
So
you basically were only on time because you got kicked out of your Airbnb.
Yeah. Which is what I need people to do.
Yeah, well, exactly, kick you out, basically. So you're late to parties. What is your vibe when you get to a party? I get the sense that you're kind of like a source of energy at parties. Yeah. I like situations.
If I go in and the vibe is off, it throws me off because I'm like, what do I do now? Like, it's just sometimes I've arrived early to a party and it's dead. People aren't drunk enough, or people aren't they haven't mingled enough. So they're all kind of doing that awkward, like, like, do I approach? Don't I approach? Whereas you go late to the party, everybody's already lit.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. You go in and you just. So yeah, I'm the vibe. I love partying though.
What were you like growing up? Like, what were you like as a teenager?
I was quite, I was going to say I was quite shy. I feel like that's a good story in it to say, I wasn't at all. I was a cocky, confident piece of shit.
Were you going to say?
It's so nice to be.
It's like, you're like, when you listen to Desert Island Discs and they're like, the host always like, what were you like as a teenager? And everyone's like, well, Kirsty, I was bullied at school.
Yeah, no,
Nobody
I was bullied,
me.
but I was like...
But you were cocky.
I was confident, I knew how to clap back. Like, that's where the humour comes from, is the wanting to clap back at someone, and also poking fun at myself, which meant that they weren't poking fun at me.
Where do you think that came from? Were your family really funny?
I don't think they are. But genuinely, people say it to me all the time. They're like, your dad is so funny.
Right, that's interesting.
And I'm like, oh, okay. But I've never seen him as funny.
He must be a bit funny.
He is.
For you to be, I do think there is something environmental 100%. About senses of humour. Because when you meet really boring people. And then you meet the people in their lives and then you're like,
I get why you're boring.
I get it. I get how you became that way.
But I think with my family, do you know what? I saw this somewhere and I think it's a coping mechanism for like people with trauma. So like people who, not that I'm saying like I had family trauma, but my distant relatives weren't very nice. So I was always like seen as the outsider in the family. And I think comedy is a way
totally.
of dealing with your trauma.
100%. And like, you know, doing stand up, meeting comedians all the time. I've never met a comedian who is sane.
Yeah.
Or if they are, they don't do as well as like people who are slightly off kilter. Because to want to do it, you have to have a little bit of because you know people will say like, why do you do it? I can't think of anything worse, and I'm like, it's the best.
I love it.
Me, it's the best thing in the world. So there must be something wrong with us because everybody else is like, that's a crazy thing. Yeah,
because we're not wired right. Yeah, that's
but
true.
I love it so much. And when people say that, I'm like, it doesn't make sense to me because I'm like, I'm only happy when I'm like on stage.
And people are like, oh, I could not stand up there and do all that. Whereas me, I'm like, don't get me wrong, I'm nervous, which anyone is. But when I get up there, I'm in my element. So,
it's a great feeling.
Yeah.
So what was your like childhood, teenage years like in Blackburn?
In Blackburn, do you know what? I didn't.
Did you grow up there?
I grew up in Blackburn, but Blackburn was it's a very small town and pretty much everyone knows everyone, and we don't really have a nightlife or a party life. Like every club and pub is shut down and there's a dessert place in its place or a mosque. Yeah. Now we don't have like bars and stuff like that there, but anywhere to go and party really. So we didn't do it. I loved partying, so Eids, weddings, like, you know what I mean? We used to have like family parties and stuff. I used to love doing it. I always wanted to get up and dance, but then I was always like scared that my family would be like, oh my God, who's this hooligan? Because I love partying. It's really crazy. So then
something happens to you.
Yeah, I love it. I get into the music, the sounds, the lights, the sticky floor. I'm like, yes, the drunk people.
Really
I love it. I don't know what it is. It makes me so happy. It's the only time I'm like truly just let loose. So
really sweet.
We didn't have it much. And then I sort of started going out of town, and we were like Preston, Manchester, Liverpool. Liverpool's a good night out. And then I moved to London, and then that's when I started working. I used to live in Kingston. So 18, I turned 18 that September. So I turned 18 in June. That September for uni, I moved out of Blackburn, moved to London, and then I moved to Kingston. And then I used to work at Oceana.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, with a big dance floor.
The one in Kingston?
Yeah.
My God. Oh my God, you're joking.
I loved it. It was best.
I used to go to the one in Watford.
But
she used to go to the one in Kingston.
It's so good with that big chandelier. Wasn't it good?
Wow, this is like a celebrity.
Oh no, it was so fun.
What was that like?
So fun. But do you know what it was? Because I was so young.
Should we explain what it is for people who don't know?
Oh, it's just a massive club. But
they used to do like lots of underage nights. So we used to go to these like underage nights. I used to go to the one in Watford. I remember I got punched by a girl at the one in Watford for no reason. She punched Ella. I just made myself the main character.
The victim.
I thought it was me that got punched. But they used to do these like and it was just teenagers who like covered in fake tan, eyelashes, and the picture. Have you seen the pictures now, like from the past? And they're fun, aren't they? Like that's. But we had those in Blackburn, but we were never allowed. Like my mom we weren't even allowed to go into a pub. Yeah.
So my mum was quite, not strict. They were never strict, but there was a culture of, within our culture, it's a thing of like, when my mum found out I worked in a club, like years later, because I didn't tell her at the time, she was mortified. She's like, you worked in a club? And I was like, yeah. Like working in one, going to one without having to drink or do drugs or whatever, are two very separate things. So I don't know. So
yeah. But that makes a lot of sense. And also like, I guess that's why you were so like keen to get away and to have that freedom and independence. Yeah. I still can't really get over the fact that you worked.
Yeah. But I was so young. So they were really protective. The team were really protective over me because I was 18. So they were like,
and also presumably quite like new to
all
this
of this.
Whole being in this kind of environment. Yeah. Like if you've been
working there. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Like in Blackburn, I did go out. Prior to that, I did go out like nights out and stuff, especially out of town. Yeah. Like I've been partying since I was like 15 and stuff, but we used to go out of town and do it. Like my parents never knew. But then, after that, I've done it. I mean, literally, my sister-in-law came from abroad, Pakistan, and she's never been to a club, never seen any of it. Oh my God, when I tell you, I could not wait to take her. And everyone was like, you took your sister-in-law to the club. I was like, yes, absolutely I did.
And?
She loved it. We went, not only did we go to a club, we went to Prague and we went to one, like, it was a club with like 1,000 people in it.
Wow.
And I was like, this is a club. Because she's only seen it in movies. And in movies, very different.
But also, when I'm in a club with 1,000 people, I'm quite overwhelmed. Do you just feel? Because I feel sometimes in spaces when there are loads of people. I remember after COVID, I guess this was also like because we've been in lockdown for so long. I went to a festival and it was like the first festival I'd been to since like being in lockdown. It's 2021. I remember I walked into this like rave and it was like 15,000 people on a hill. And I was like, I just left. I was like, this is too much.
Do you know what it is? I think, to be fair, that club was so big and so vast. Like there was like floors, like balconies and then seating and then the little dance floor. It felt big and huge, but not overwhelming. But I do get that.
Yeah.
I do get that. If I ever go somewhere and there's not a room to stand, I'm not having fun because I flail my arms everywhere. I'm like
you love to dance?
Yeah, I love dancing.
My God, I love that.
Proper party. And then sometimes I want to post it, but I'm like, I'm going to get judged because people can be like, he's out all the time. But I don't go out enough, but I'd love to.
Do you get worried about, because I think this a lot with like, you know, because your brand is so sort of specific to like the things that you're saying. Do you ever get worried that if you were at like a glam party, you feel like I can't post
it, yeah. Or like my Hermes bag, I can't tell anyone I bought Hermes bag.
The Birkin that you were just telling me about before we started recording.
I don't have an issue with it because I think because the thing is, I don't post anyway because I don't really post a lot of my personal stuff. But if I'm at like a premiere or an awards or somewhere where glamorous, I can wear a nice outfit. Sometimes I think people seem to think that because I do this sort of poverty chic, that's all you can be. And it goes to show what people think about poor people is that we're downtrodden. We don't need to have anything nice. We can't ever have anything nice. We can dress up.
I also think most people are just like happy for you and happy for your journey and like happy for the way that your career has like taken off because of it. It's just like the internet lacks a lot of nuance sometimes. So like people will be like, you can't, you know, people want you can't go out your lane in what you're doing.
That's a big thing though within like what I found culturally as well. So like we call it like tall poppy syndrome, where the idea of like grow as
that again?
Tall poppy syndrome. So it's this idea of like you're allowed to grow up until a point where you get too tall and then you get clipped because they want to clip you because they're like, you're too tall now. So that's what like poppies, I'm assuming poppies go too tall and they come.
I love that. I've never heard that before. And somebody feel really like stupid that I've never heard that.
No, somebody said it to me and I was like,
I love that.
That's such a good analogy because they were like this idea that you're allowed to grow up until a point where you grow too tall and now I need to clip you and bring you back down. But I don't understand why you can't just climb heights. But with that said on like people and my journey, majority of people are so lovely about it because I can still advocate for stuff. I advocate so much for violence against women, like not as in violence against women. Yeah, I have to think about that. Yeah. Violence on women. I
just go out there and I'm like,
do it.
Women.
And I grew up around some really strong women. And that's what's always been instilled in me and advocate for that. I'm not a woman, but I can still advocate for it. I can still advocate for like Black Lives Matter, trans lives. I can advocate for these things and not be it. So when people say, oh, but you know,
it's so true. It's so true. It's
I'm making money, but does that mean I can't say that?
So can I ask, because when it all started, you were a teacher. You were a science teacher.
Science teacher, chemistry.
Chemistry, wow, I was so bad at chemistry. And so then, really quickly, I just want to ask the social life of a teacher, because one of my best friends is a teacher in London, and I'm fascinated by like teachers going out and getting drunk together. Because it's like I remember when I was a teenager and I was at secondary school, there was a pub near our school that all the teachers went to, and I think they should have gone to a pub slightly further away from the
Waterloo
school.
Road. Yeah. It really
because
is
we
true.
would just see them on a Friday just like smoking cigarettes and getting fucked outside the pub, and we'd be like, you're not allowed to do
But that was
that.
a different time though, because think about when I was in high school, and I guess we both were, at that time you were allowed to smoke indoors. So we used to have a staff room and they used to open the door and they just get a waft of smoke. So they smoked indoors, and then obviously smoking ban came in.
Also, this was slightly pre-social media.
Yeah.
So I think like I remember when social media started, and then we started being able to find teachers on social media.
Yeah, that was scary.
And that was bad for the teachers because
it's scary for teachers, but I think COVID changed a lot. The reason why COVID changed a lot is because we all went online. So we started to realize that teachers have the sense to be able to, I'm telling you, when my school found out about my YouTube, honestly, I was terrified because they were like, I was like one kid found it, and then I could hear whispers of it, and I was trying to shut it down.
What were other teachers? Are you allowed to do that?
No,
as a
so
teacher?
you're not allowed to. You have to. When I got
have
told
a social media presence.
No, absolutely not. I got told in training that you need to have it locked down, not even a picture. You have to have it locked down.
And it has to be completely private.
Yeah. Whereas me, I've got.
Then what did they do?
They were like, well, because they didn't get it, so they pulled me into the office. You need to shut it down. We can't do this. And I was like, no, I stood my ground. I said, no, I'm not doing it. I said, I know what I'm doing. Everything was, but what if? And I said, well, no, we're not going to go with what if. I'm telling you, my comments are locked. They can't mention schools. I will block them. I won't message them privately. And that's on me. And then it was fine. But post-COVID, I've been to loads of schools after that. After COVID, I sort of like dipped around different schools. And I'm telling you, no one didn't care. I went in before I went in.
But are they just all like, we're being taught by like this celebrity?
All the kids, kids were like that. The kids were like,
yeah, I know. I don't know if I'd be able to like have you as a teacher because I'd be like I'm obsessed. You know what I mean? It's like this different dynamic. Yeah.
They get over it though. They do get over it.
Yeah.
They get over that.
So wait, what I was going to ask was then, because you were teaching and then your career, you blew up, is like, it's sort of, it's quite rare to know someone, to watch someone. Like I was obsessed with you and obsessed with all of your videos. And then I met you like whenever it was. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm meeting you, because I was like, I used to send your videos to like everyone in the world. Like What was that like? Was that during COVID?
It was 2022, 23.
Right, okay,
So what happened was, I think I started posting just because I was bored. We were all bored in COVID and we were posting stuff. And like, I was posting short videos, any trending things, any sounds and dances. And, you know, Dua Lipa was like, and Doja Cat were a big thing then, weren't they? They were like, you know, all the songs.
Sound of the lockdown.
You know what I mean? Yeah, God, give me PTSD now though, innit?
This kitchen, I was in this kitchen just like doing like a listening party of one to preach nostalgia.
You know that song, didn't even notice. Yeah. That gives me PTSD, mate. The amount of dances, didn't know the dances I did with it. Oh, it's bad. But yeah, so I started then, and then what happened was I never took it seriously. I was like, oh, whatever, and I was busy with life. And then 2022, and I say the story all the time because it's wild what happened. Started 2022 with about 100K on TikTok, and I thought, hey, 100K, that's brilliant. Hopefully I'll get 250 by the end of the year. I thought that's a nice benchmark. By October, I hit 500K, and I was like, what's just happened? And then I was like, what's this? Is crazy. And then by November, I'd hit 1 million. So 500K within a month. And then I thought, right, let me take some of this over to Instagram, and let me get the joy over. I thought, even if I'm not going to take over much. I had like 8,000 followers on Instagram. I was like, maybe I'll get a few. Within 2 weeks, out of 13th of December was the first video I posted. By the end of the year, I'd hit 100K.
Yeah, because that's how because I'm so bad on TikTok, because I'm deep down like Gen X, like I'm like a boomer deep down. And so I found you later on Instagram. Yeah.
And Instagram was where it's sort of, and then when I tell you, it grew so rapidly, I didn't even have time to collect myself.
Because how did that, because also I think it's this weird concept where you grew this audience like from your house. Like you were filming these videos in your like dress, what is it? It's like a
hooded blanket. We don't say hoodie because we don't give them the thing unless they're paying for this video, right? Bleep that noise, right?
We are not giving them any free promo. But so it's a hooded blanket. Yeah, and you're in your bed recording these videos, and then suddenly you're like this sensation. It's a crazy concept.
It is overwhelming.
And you were teaching.
Yeah, and it is overwhelming, and it is sometimes really, I think I have really severe imposter syndrome, and I can't shake it. A year on, I still can't shake it. And it's like, at some point you've got to let it go, because I think people are even sick of hearing that, oh no, I'm not funny. And they're like, shut up. Yes, you are. You know what I mean? I think even my friends are so sick of like me putting myself down, but it's not like I'm not one of those people. I'm quite headstrong. But I genuinely sometimes pinch myself, and I'm like, I could be somewhere. Like I was at the premiere yesterday, and I was just like, what? This is so weird that I'm here. Like that, the fact that I'm here, and people are coming up to me, like actual real celebrities who I grew up watching, come up to me and like, oh my God, I love your videos. And I'm like, what? Like,
I think it's good to have those moments though, because I think like I was talking about this yesterday, and this is much more general view of life, but like I'm feeling very deep and profound at the moment. But
it's me. I do that to people.
I think that what happens in life is we just constantly, and whatever your goals are, you're like working towards these goals, and you get the goals, and then you're like, what's the next goal? And you never stop and think, oh, this is nice, and you never like appreciate these 100%. Moments. And I was thinking this recently, that I just feel like I don't enjoy life as much as I should be, because I'm constantly thinking about what's next. And I'm constantly thinking about like what is my next goal. And I hate that, because it means that, and I do think the internet has a huge part to play in this. And I know that this is something you've written about and spoken about a lot, but like we're constantly thinking about like, because of what we're being fed online, we're thinking, well, I haven't actually got enough. So when something happens, you're like, but it's still not enough because that person has that. So I need to go and get that now.
And you're not, and do you know what? The reason why I'm Rich Your Poor did so well was because it started off talking about money, but it is much more than that.
It's that performative lifestyle. I have the perfect life.
Yeah.
I'm in the perfect relationship. Look at me and my family.
And now as somebody on social media, I'm not looking at other social like influencers for like, I'm looking at them thinking, opportunities. Oh, look, they work with this brand. Oh, they're on this event. And I thought, my God, I am just the same person. I am the person I'm writing about. Like, I'm literally watching.
But it's very hard not to be that person if you exist online. I think like that's the horrible relationship that we all have with the internet now, is that as much as a secure, healthy-minded person as you could be, you're still going to have like a capacity
100%.
to look at people and think like, I want what they have. So it's a sort of, and then I think because you then, I don't know, have you found this since you then come into like this new world of like, what do you call it? Is it show business? I'm not sure. Like, what is show business anymore? Is it show business?
I guess so. I guess it is, isn't it? It's a new age of show business.
Yeah. But when you go into that, then you do then want new things, because you see new things and you're like, oh, I want that.
I want to be able to do that. Yeah.
And how are you dealing with that? Or are you? I find it.
No, it's
tricky.
been hard. It's been hard. It has been difficult, because there's moments where like I will see other people doing stuff, and the good thing is because I've been able to recognize it. And I think that's why my book, I'm Rich Or Poor, was one of the things that I wanted to get out there, was because what people are like, well, what have you written about? I'm like, it's saying that these things exist and they're allowed to exist, because it can be entertainment. You just have to think about it. And once you know the monster's there, you know how to fight it. So because I know that I'm doing it, if I didn't know that, I'd just constantly be sat there going, oh, when I get into that moment, when I get into that zone where I'm comparing myself, I'm looking at people doing all sorts of crazy things, going to like all these branded trips or events or doing something crazy. I'm like, I want that. And then I take a step back, because I've recognized that that's happened. I've recognized that I've done it, and I've gone, don't do that to yourself. Don't be that person.
I do think that, I don't know why, I'm really thinking about this at the moment, because I'm having quite an unhealthy relationship with the internet, where I feel I need it for my career, because you do, like everything exists online. But then I do feel that it triggers a lot of my insecurities.
So true.
And so it's like it sounds like you have maybe a good, healthy relationship with it, where you have these feelings, then you can go have a break. I've started doing that, where I've just started deleting Instagram for like a week at a time. It's like I actually, if I'm not feeling good, if I'm in a bad mental state.
That is a really good. That's probably the best, because what it does is it stops you. I think the biggest thing is when you know something's an issue. If you don't know, so when somebody has like an eating disorder, for example, I'm just going to use that as an example. If you don't recognize that I have an eating disorder, you're never going to be able to do something about it. And it sounds extreme, because it's like an eating disorder versus that, but it is something.
And it's a form of addiction as well, like being online.
And constantly comparing yourself to other people. So I think the best thing is you recognizing it. Already you saying it, that is bothering me, is already one step. You're already one step ahead, because there's some people who will constantly still do it but not understand why they're unhappy.
Yes,
so what is it? Why am I unhappy?
What it does is it feeds, and this is the thing, it's an incredible thing, and in so many ways.
I love the internet.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I think like, look at the ways that now we can like organize and like come together in like political moments, because we can all communicate in this like online sphere. I just think we're not like self-interrogating enough. And so those moments, which is what you're saying of when, sorry, I just need to wipe my nose. Disgusting.
That's all right.
Those moments when you're like, okay, that's a normal reaction to have, but I'm just going to step away from it now and be like, don't be that person. I think we all need to get better at doing that.
We need more of that. We need more of that.
It's that self-regulating of like, it's so fine to have that feeling. don't feed into it. Like, because the internet is kind of created for you to feed into it. And that's why I think people have latched onto your content so much, because you're slightly an antidote to that. Or you are an antidote to that, because you're saying like, this is ridiculous. Like, look at these ridiculous people. But how stupid is it that there are these actual people that are creating these videos to be like, look how perfect my ice cube drawer is. Like, that was my...
Or like my wall of Stanley cups, you know what I mean?
The wall
like,
of Stanley cups. Like,
bleep that, don't say Stanley unless they pay you for the video. Remember, listen, collect your cash always.
Okay, but Stanley Cup, if you do want to sponsor this podcast...
Absolutely do it. We love you.
Absolutely. I could fill those 2 shelves with Stanley Cups.
Yeah, have a custom made Grace Stanley.
It's ridiculous though.
No, it is. And I think overconsumption has gotten worse on the internet, but people are feeding into it and people are thinking that you need to have it. And that's what bothers me so much. It's not the fact that overconsumption exists. It's not the fact that rich people exist or people with pretty people exist or successful people exist. It's what you're doing to other people who don't have what you have. Because prior to all the internet, I never saw it. If magazines, and we knew that was all glossed over. We went opened a magazine and we knew that they were photoshopped and retouched and glossed over. Whereas we're now seeing everyday people who we think are everyday, who have got a full set in their living room, and we're thinking they just sat having a chat on a sofa when they've got like 15 people here.
You know what I mean?
I genuinely,
100%,
you would genuinely think, oh, she's just got 2 mics and she's just chatting.
Well, I always think that with the Kardashians, right? Like, when you're watching the Kardashians and they're like on holiday with like all of their kids, and you don't see any of the nannies, and then like obviously outside of the cameras, they've got like a team of nannies with them, so they can go and get glammed up and someone's watching their like newborn baby. But you never see that. And that's why, but then the thing is, when you watch those kind of shows, you watch it for entertainment. And it's so funny because we can watch the Kardashians and take ourselves away from it and not compare ourselves to these billionaires. But on the internet, we don't, because we think they're everyday people. Well, because also I think because you're scrolling, so you're looking at your everyday people friends, and then you're looking at these people in the same categories where before, you're so right, there was this degree of separation of like, they are on a screen that I'm paying to watch them. We're paying to watch it. And that screen has such a big difference between your phone. So that screen feels true. But I think people tend to, so that's what it is. I think knowing that that's an issue. And that's why I'm telling you, I'm Rich Up, or the book was so important to have out there, because I was like, read it, understand that the book's saying to you, enjoy all these things and these are how crazy they are, but also you're allowed to enjoy them. Yeah. I'm not saying don't watch these people. Like, some people love it. Like the Real Housewives franchise is like the Bible. And I actually love those organization videos. I love watching them. Yeah. But also at the same time, I'm not saying that I'm saying that they can have an impact on you, because clearly you must be rich or must have plenty of time to sit taking stuff out of packaging to put it in new packaging. I don't have that kind of time. I think this a lot with, so Tyler's my best and oldest friend, and she's about to become a mum. And like the mum internet is like... winds me up, man. Because it's like... frustrating. I don't have children, but when I watch this content, I'm like, how the fuck do you have enough time or hours in your day to do all of this and have a baby? And like, also, how are you vlogging from 7 different angles, right? Yeah. Of you picking your child up out of the pram? What have you done? Put them back in and pick them up, put them back in, pick them up. 7 different angles. It bothers me. This woman's got a kid, right? She's walking down the stairs with 7 different angles. So what have you done? Gone upstairs, put it down, picked it up, put it back down again. Surely she's not set up 7 cameras, has she? She's obviously put the same camera somewhere. It's ridiculous. And I know you're trying to do, I woke up like this, this is my day in the life. This is my day in the life. It's taken me a week to film this video. Yeah, I've had to put the same outfit on for 4 days because... Oh my God, that's ridiculous. So true. I just don't get it. It boggles my brain. Like, sometimes I'll do it where I'm like, oh, do you know what, I'll do hi everyone, this is what I'm about to do, whatever, right? Fair enough. That's understandable because you literally show what you're doing. However, when people have got, hold on, my phone, just turn it off, just press the side button or whatever it is. Probably it's my mum. Who else is gonna? Hermes are like, oh, we got your Birkin for you. Special delivery. And I'm telling you, like, I sometimes I'll do that. I'll vlog, like, you know, when you film something and you're like, oh, you know, come with me to da-da-da. But it's from one angle with one phone, innit? I wouldn't ever be able to like go make a cup of tea, film from the back,
and then make it again from the front, then make it again from the side and the other side, because still one cup of tea in it.
I know the tea's going to be so cold by the
Well,
time
like when
you
they're brushing their
filming
teeth,
it.
how many times have you brushed your teeth? Because you're
I
brushing
know.
it, you put it down,
your gums are going to be fucked.
I don't, it's wild.
This is the part of it that like you just have to laugh about it because, and also I feel for those people. Like I feel for that baby that's being like picked up and put back down.
I know.
They haven't got a fucking choice in this like matter of whether or not they want to be like a prop in this video.
Do you see that video clip? Right. And I talked about this a couple of days ago. There's a mom who's in a car with a kid and the kid's crying and she's going, oh yeah, no, wait, hold on. Do this. No, and he's like, Mom, I am crying. And she's going, no, cry for the video, because she wants a thumbnail for a YouTube video. She wants a thumbnail. She's like, no, put your hand like this. And open your mouth, he goes, stop crying, Mom, because he's really genuinely crying, this kid. But she's going, no, do this. Hold on, come here. Sit here. And I want to do And it's so sad. I'm like,
that is it's fucked.
I know.
It's fucked.
Parents online though, parents and kids online, absolutely.
That's the part of the internet. And I think it's this thing of like, and we will move on because I want to ask you more about parties, but I think it's this thing of like, you watch these people and I'm like, I don't even know if I want kids, but then the internet feeds me this narrative that like, it's what you have to do.
Yeah.
And so then you're like being shown these videos of like, this is what it's like. But it's like, these people have shot this cinematically. They've like written a fucking storyboard of like what they're trying to feed you. Anyway,
she's probably given birth, right, and then gone back into the hospital and pretended she's given birth. Like this kid is 3 months old, right?
She's built like, a set of a hospital room in her house to do her photo shoot, baby announcement.
Yeah. It's just I think what's crazy is all the society thing, all the things in society that we've been told, like women are only successful if they have children, right? That's one thing that's quite ingrained in society, is that you're only successful until you're only good as a woman if you have children. A mother's the internet is amplified by 1,000, isn't it? And I think that's what the problem is.
So because that's a good segue into, I think, we get fed online like all of these ideas of like what your life should be like, but for me, parties in my social life actually always comes back to I just want to be with my friends. Like I don't care actually.
100%.
What is your dream party? If you were going to curate your dream party, you've got all the money in the world. Where would it be? Who would be DJing?
Fine. So I have to do a party. I was going to say I'll donate some to the or whatever. But okay, fine, fair enough. No, I'm just
you can
with
donate.
I can't,
no, but as in, like, money isn't an issue.
Yeah, fine.
You are throwing.
I would.
Shabaz's like ideal dream party. Who is there? Where is it? What is the food like? I just want to know all of it.
I would say it'd have to be an island, right? Like a private
like
island.
Kim Kardashian and COVID.
Oh, yeah, but I'd have a private island where I'd have it just decked out very, very much like, I don't know if you saw, Netflix, The Perfect Couple.
I haven't watched that yet.
But that real rich people party, man. Like, but I don't think they know how to party. I don't think they know how to party.
But you want the location.
The location of like big houses, like, everybody's got a house on that island. Everybody's got somewhere to go get dressed and change. We got this huge
and there's like maybe
space.
A lake, like that people come over on their boats, and Cheaper by the Dozen too.
Yeah. That's
when there's the lake.
And that's it. And everyone gets, and the dance floor's outside, huge dance floor outside, on the beach, and you've got like lights in the trees and stuff. Very like, I know they went, Twilight in the wedding scene with the lights in the trees, that.
I actually rewatched Twilight last week.
That's that kind of vibe. Yeah. And just, who would be there? I'd have to say my friends. I don't think I'd want any celebrities there.
No.
I'd want people who genuinely love to party or people who have never done it before.
Yeah.
That would be fun. People who have not partied or not had the opportunity to party because they're wild, innit? Those ones have
so much energy to let loose.
They want to be there. So I'd be like, this is for people who've never been partying or clubbing
and
or whatever.
And you're going to show them
a good time.
The best time.
Yeah. Music, like the DJ would be playing all. I'd even have like separate areas for different, because some people like dance music, some people like a pop, some people like R&B, so I'd have different areas on the island where you can go.
Oh, this is the island. I love it.
It's so good, isn't it? Like a big island. And the
big
top
island.
chefs in the world. So I'd invite all the top chefs in the world.
Would you have a dress code? What would you want people to be? Like, would it be like you have to come looking really glamorous, or you should come as you are? What is your opinion on that?
I don't know. Because I think like if I ever get married, not that I'm looking anywhere anytime soon, but if I was to get married, I would want everyone in white, because I think there's something really beautiful about looking out and seeing a sea of like not white people, but just sea of like white.
Only white people at my wedding.
Yeah. Looking out and seeing like the KKK.
Yeah.
I just mean like seeing the sea of like just all one color. I think it doesn't matter what color it is, white, black,
no,
blue.
I do,
whatever.
and I think me and my friends just went on holiday and we had one night where it was like a white party.
It's
and we
so
all wore
fun
white,
though.
And it was everyone, and also everyone looks really chic.
Yeah, and I think it's so fun to any color when there's different shades of that color. I love it. So my when my brother got married, we all did pastels. So if
that's nice.
Yeah, so we all did pastels. And when I say to you, that shot looks so stunning because someone's in yellow, someone's in mint, someone's in like pink, and they all
it's
just
easy
look
on the eyes. Pastels. It's like everyone looks good.
Oh, so pastels then. Let's do that.
Yeah, a pastel party. Pastel party.
Everyone in pastels. Everyone in like light, bright colors and pastels. No deep colors. Yeah, and like do what you want, just wear what you want, and just be glamorous. Dress up because why not? You never get the opportunity to do it.
I do think that because it's like so one of my best friends, Anna. She had her birthday party last weekend, and she is really controlling, and she's working on it in therapy on her issues with like controlling people. But I kept sending her dresses that I wanted to wear, and she was like, "No, these are like too slutty." Like,
why is she telling you what to wear?
A classy cocktail party. And then I was like, "You're sending me quite west because I'm sending you dresses that I would wear to like another party, and you tell me I look nice, but now you're telling me." And in the end, I ended up just wearing like a very chic, like high neck black dress because I was
Did you go to Burqa? You should have just said to Rebecca and gone, is this okay? Will this do? Emily? Will this do? What's her name? Anna.
Just insert other white girl name.
All right,
my other best friend is called Emily, so like you weren't far off.
It sounds about right. It sounds about white. Emily, right? Listen. Oh no, Anna. Her name's Anna. Anna needs a day off. She needs to chill out. Honestly, she's a double the pay of the therapist. Yeah. I don't particularly get people telling me what to wear to your like I won't turn up then. How about that?
Well, like that's the thing, and this is what I said to her. I was like, if you reject one more dress option I send you, I'm not coming.
I wouldn't even send to dress options. Or what would I have done? I would have gone
because I'm living in a
You should have gone to with the bikini to a posh cocktail. I would have gone the complete utter opposite. I would have gone in tracky bottoms, right? Full greased back hair.
The thing is, this girl, she is scared. Like she's scary. Like she isn't she? You have to vouch for this. Of like, and you know, I'm someone that people meet and they're like, I can't imagine you being like in any kind of relationship where someone's telling you what to do. But Anna's my oldest best friend, and I am scared of her. I'm so
she's
scared
like Gaddafi.
She's a dictator. No, she's a dictator. But she's working on it in therapy. So well done, Anna.
Kim Jong Un.
So that's your dream party. I love that. I feel like that's a very like
just free and carefree. Imagine at night though when the music's playing and also you can just see the waves hitting the rocks.
I do think a party near water, like a party somewhere hot, is that's my dream.
And if there's something, do you know, this is really grim, but if somebody like dies, then listen, the only reason I'm saying it is because what a mystery. I want to like, oh my God, who did it? Would that be, I'd be involved in it. So
you want a real life murder mystery party?
Yeah.
That's what I want
like Poirot to come and be like, listen, you all sit together.
And then Adam Sandler's suddenly there because that's so like his type of movie. Like who did it? Yeah, I love that. I mean, I actually have been to a murder mystery, not with an actual murder. And that is a murder mystery is a fun party.
Yeah, like to be like, in the end, the party ends with like one of the guests, like a high profile guest is dead. And everyone's like, well, who did it? And everyone's got motive. Like everyone wanted to, and you all have to prove why you didn't do it.
Yeah, and then you're all stuck
But maybe they don't really
on
die
the island.
Then. Maybe
well, they do, like the White Lotus. You know, like
sometimes people die, innit? It's fine.
Yeah. As long as it's not you.
Yeah, exactly. If somebody dies at the party, you'll be like, and they become a thing.
Your teeth are incredible.
They're my own as well. Everyone thinks they're fake.
No, what do you do to them?
Nothing. I just brush them.
Do you do whitening?
I whiten them. Yeah, whiten them.
They're amazing. Sorry, I'm in a period at the moment where all I'm doing is thinking about people's teeth because I'm getting mine fixed. So it's like,
not bad.
Don't even lie.
No, they're not bad.
I don't show them. That's why you can't see them right now. Then they're fine, but like I want your teeth. I want your teeth.
I always say whenever somebody says like I want to get work done, I never say that's so dumb that I just said that to you. But I whenever people, it looks fine. Yeah, to you.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
What I mean?
But I think it's so funny. It's like when you hyperfixate on things that you're thinking about. It's like when I was thinking about getting lip filler, which I then did get, although I haven't had it for like a year and a half now. I was just looking at everybody's lips all the, you know, it's like you're thinking about like the thing.
I do it with Botox because I get so much Botox. I'm like, when I see other people.
Oh yeah. But see, I wouldn't know, but you look great. This is the thing about Botox.
I love Botox.
I need to start getting it.
I love it.
Because you just have great skin. And I'm like, wow, you have really good skin.
I also get stuff. So basically, I also get stuff injected that is like.
What, like Profilo?
Yeah. And it's
Is
so
it good?
So good. It metabolizes really quickly. So unless you got someone who's like, unless you're loaded, or unless you got somebody, or I know somebody that, you know, like she does it for me. So you have to get it done like very regularly. But when you first come off it, so like when you first come out and you like your swelling's gone, not that you get swelling, but if you're going to an event or something like on the Friday, get it done on the Wednesday, and I'm telling you, you go glowing.
What happened with the NTA's video? So you did a video where you were critiquing what people wore.
Yeah, and then I've had, because obviously the thing is with the NTAs and those videos, I always say it's not personal, it's poverty, right? Like at the end of the day, don't be
also, what was the line you said that was like, I'm not an expert, I just have eyes?
Yeah.
There was like something you once said that you're like, I'm not an expert, I just have eyes.
You know what I mean? I'm not a fashion person. I haven't got fashion degrees. I'm not Anna Wintour. I just have eyes, right? So all I'm doing, that's my qualification. So I'm looking and I'm seeing it. You might be like, well, this is custom Hermes. I don't care. For me, it's ugly. So, you know what I mean? So it's not Prada, it's ugly.
If you were doing a critique of my outfit right now,
oh God, that's a lot of pressure.
Say what you see. Like sort of, I don't know, Brittany Murphy and Uptown Girls.
Brittany Murphy, she's the crackhead.
She's dead
Brittany
now.
Murphy. Oh, Brittany Murphy, definitely crackhead. No, I would say like, I don't know what I would say. I don't know, because you're in person. It's harder.
Yeah, but I want you to say what you see.
What do I see? I don't know. You just
I don't know, like a perfect girl.
Yeah.
6
Absolute
foot,
glam.
5'7". How tall am I? 5'7".
I would say like maybe, I'd say like Big Bird on Ozempic. Possibly. Or meth. Big Bird on meth.
Meth is more likely. I'm not on Ozempic. People do keep asking me if I'm on Ozempic, and I'm like, I don't think I've been. Big Bird on Ozempic.
Yeah, or meth.
Do you know that's so funny? Because that's the second time in 24 hours that someone has mentioned Big Bird to me, and I've never seen.
You do
Big
give
Bird.
me Big Bird vibe.
Do you know who Big Bird is?
No.
Big
What
Bird is in
Big Bird?
Sesame Street.
Big Bird. Show me Big Bird.
Because it's the fluffy sort of thingy and the yellow, like the hair and the, you know what I mean?
Big Bird on Ozempic.
I'd say Ozempic or meth. Meth is probably where.
Big Bird on meth. I think meth would be more my vibe.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But I love it though
because
because
taking meth, you're like high.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like Ozempic, it doesn't really sound that fun.
no, it's not. I definitely think you give me the vibe of like someone who tried but failed. You know what I mean? That's awful. I'm so sorry. Please invite me back. I'll come back with All Stars. Was it Little Boy All Stars?
The live show.
Yeah.
The
Please
live
invite me
show.
back.
No, you will be there. You will definitely be there.
So yeah, yeah. But I mean,
that.
but you love
But
that
you're
though, don't
good.
you?
This is what I mean. You have a very quick imagination. That's a really good skill.
Yeah,
to be able to think big.
Sometimes it's
You should do that to audience members.
That's what I'm doing on my show, live show. Yeah, that's what my live show. The segment, like, it's so hard to, because I know that production companies are like Mick Perrin, who we do.
Yeah.
I know that they're in their mind. They're kind of like, well, we need to see what you're gonna do. But I'm like, love, you do not know the things that come out of my mouth in the moment.
Yeah.
Like
and
Oscar has written so many, like, with me. We've sat together and we've written out full thing, and then I've gone on stage and he's gone, well, what was the point of me spending 40 minutes with you writing? Because I've just gone and said.
But that is a thrill to watch, and it's a thrill to be around. That's the thing. Like, it's a really it's a natural gift to be able to do that. So you should definitely lean
That's
into
definitely what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Like, and that's why I didn't want these big venues. So like one of the main things was that we were gonna do really big venues. So I'm doing a lot of different places, but I really wanted smaller venues.
When is this happening?
February.
Okay, great. And is it all on sale now?
It's just gone on sale today.
Great. Oh my God,
Well, I haven't
wow,
announced
okay.
it yet. I'm gonna put the video up soon.
Okay, great. Okay, how exciting. That's so exciting.
I know, and I'm nervous, but I also know that I love doing it, and I love being able to be in the moment and just speak to people and just rip them, ask them questions and then just riff off their answers is so fun. You know what I mean? Like,
it is. But
it's so fun.
But also, like I say, it's like not everyone can do that.
Yeah.
And so I think being able to do that, it's a thrill to watch. It's a thrill to be in a room when someone is really good at that. And like people love to be roasted, especially by you.
You know, you want to have, like, I think that's why my content is so personal, because like it feels like people say to me all the time, they're like, it's like you're talking to me. It's like we're sat in bed together and we're watching these videos and we're having a chat. And I think that's what I wanted the show to feel like. I want the show to feel like by you, made by the audience, for the audience.
So what is, because this will come out next week, so what is the name of the show? And
I'm Rich Your Poor.
I'm Rich Your Poor. And where can people get tickets?
Ticketmaster would be my link in the bio, wherever.
In the bio. In the bio.
In the bio.
In the bio.
My link in the,
link in
and
bio.
Ticketmaster or wherever, so just have a look.
Great. Okay, we now have a very special segment, which I'm honoured that Shabaz is going to do.
On today's episode of I'm Rich Your Poor, we're in Grace Campbell's kitchen. Oh my God, though. I walked in, the first thing I saw was that. Firstly, when I saw the street, I was like, yeah, this is something else. Then I walked into the kitchen. This is an epitome of you, though.
It is.
This is the epitome. This is exactly what I thought Grace's kitchen would look like. But
what's it giving?
My dad's Alistair Campbell, innit? What else is it giving? It's given clearly I grew up with money and privilege. What else is it good? It's given I've got a bottle of Bollinger. I don't even know how to pronounce the thing, right? But I'm assuming if you have to open it with a cork, it's expensive, right? And she's got a coffee machine.
Yeah, I've got a real.
You've got eggs in an egg holder. Yeah. Oh, you give me the ick. Stop. She's got eggs in an egg holder, right? And what else have we got?
I've got
matching. What is that?
That's actually just to sound really down to earth from Dunelm. So
that's not. Sorry. I don't think you're down to earth there. If you'd said it was for B&M, love, I would have said live, laugh, love, right? But
I don't know
Dunelm is still expensive.
What is B&M? I've never heard of that. Right. If you weren't a comedian, what would you be doing? And I know you have had loads of other jobs anyway, but if you weren't a comedian right now, what would you be doing? What would you want to do?
I think I'd still be teaching. I do love it. I love teaching. And I've enjoyed it. I don't like being a teacher because I hate all the stuff that comes with it. But I love teaching, like being in the classroom with the kids, chatting away, telling them about science.
Love that. Someone said, would you ever do OnlyFans?
I don't think. I'd be humbled, mate. Day one, my asshole on screen, and then all of a sudden, no one subscribed. You know what I mean? Like, I think I'd be humbled, mate. I think I'd no.
No. The thing is,
depends on how many zeros.
feet pics, you make a lot of money, and I have thought about it, but you have to promote it to your social media. Like the only way you could get subscribers with OnlyFans is like you'd have to be like, hello, my followers. I'm doing OnlyFans.
I'm doing OnlyFans.
I don't know if I'd want to do that.
No, I don't.
But like the feet pics thing, Lily Allen's doing it.
Yeah, I'll probably do OnlyFans. But I think OnlyFans started off as like, it wasn't started off like porno, was it? It started off as a sort of like your fans could get a separate thing where they subscribers. But then I think everyone's done that now. Instagram's got its own subscriber thing and TikTok's just do it there, really.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Shabaz, you've been an incredible guest. I love you very much. You're wonderful.
I love you too, and I'm so glad that
people should go and see you on tour.
Oh yeah. Come and see me on tour. Apparently,
yeah. Well, that will be announced today.
yeah. Oh
Big
my god, it's gonna be announced.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of like nervous because I did this whole like fake 73. 73 questions with Vogue thing. I did that sort of fake thing, and the people that believe that are genuinely Vogue definitely came out, and they had Taylor Swift on there, Adele, and then they thought, Shabaz from Blackburn would be a great addition to 73 questions.
Yeah, but that might happen.
I absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. So actually manifest it. And then
how do you find those stand-up?
Which is the real one?
Exactly. Like, do you know what? They'll be like, is it fake? Is it not?
Yeah, exactly. Love that. Deceive them.
Do you find, do you like stand-up though? Do you enjoy it?
I love it. It's the great love of my life. Like, it's exhausting, and I'm about to go on a 2-month-long tour where I have 4 days off. So that's going to be pretty fucked for me. And it is exhausting. And when you are performing every day, it's grueling. But I love it. It's like I love being on stage. Everything around it is stressful. But this show that I'm doing at the moment, I'm so, so proud of it. You have to come.
No, I do. I want to come to it.
Well, it depends if either come to London or I'll do...
No, but you come up north.
I'm coming. I'm doing Manchester, Liverpool.
Yeah, Manchester would be good.
Yeah, come to Manchester. Okay, thank you so much. And thank you everyone for listening.
Thank you.